Tortuguero National Park is not a conventional hiking park. Its vast Caribbean waterways are the real trails. You're looking at a massive wetland ecosystem where most exploration happens by canoe, kayak, or motorboat. Its blackwater canals, flooded forests, marshes, and lagoons support exceptional wildlife, but public access is highly concentrated and nighttime access is tightly controlled. This explainer is designed to give you the precise, actionable information you need to determine if this environment aligns with your travel goals. To help you plan, we're breaking this down into 6 key areas: the waterway park experience, transit and trip duration, wildlife and sea turtles, park rules and restrictions, lodging trade-offs and costs, and an essential planning checklist. We'll provide a methodical breakdown of logistics, expectations, and regulations so you can plan your visit correctly. Section 1. The Waterway Park Experience. Let's first establish the geographic and operational reality of this wetland ecosystem. The scale of this aquatic environment is pretty staggering. We're talking about a park that protects over 50,000 marine hectares alongside 26,000 terrestrial hectares. This landscape receives up to 6,000 millimeters of rain every single year, forming a continuous mosaic of flooded forests, swamps, and estuaries. Because of this, only a tiny fraction of the terrestrial park is managed for ordinary visitor use. You won't be roaming freely across the park's interior. Your movement is primarily restricted to designated waterways and specific visitor use sectors. So who does this suit? Well, Tortuguero heavily favors a very specific type of traveler. It's an excellent fit if you're seeking dawn canal tours, wetland birding, and daylight wildlife photography from a small boat. It provides repeated, eye-level opportunities to observe animals along the banks. Conversely, it's a poor choice for travelers whose primary goal is unrestricted terrestrial hiking, independent nighttime herping, or spontaneous unguided access to remote rainforests. Section 2. Transit and trip duration. Reaching this isolated region on Costa Rica's northeastern Caribbean coast requires some specific logistical planning, as there are absolutely no road connections directly into the village. You'll arrive by one of 2 methods: a short domestic flight from San Jose or a coordinated overland and riverboat transfer. Independent travelers usually drive or take a shuttle to the La Pavona area and then continue by passenger boat. Remote lodges often use their own embarkation points. Now, a vital planning rule here is to build a buffer into your return travel. Road and river conditions fluctuate heavily with the rain, and operational delays are incredibly common. Never build a tight international flight connection around your departure from Tortuguero. Which brings us to trip duration. A 3-night stay is optimal. 1 night is generally entirely consumed by the complex arrival and departure logistics we just covered. 2 nights is doable, but 3 nights secures your ability to take early dawn canal excursions, evening natural history tours, and a forest walk without feeling rushed or having your itinerary derailed by a single heavy rainstorm. Section 3. Wildlife and sea turtles. Tortuguero's biodiversity is exceptional, but your viewing opportunities are strongly tied to both the time of day and the time of year. Dawn excursions on the water provide the most predictable and remarkable sightings. By getting out early, temperatures are lower, the water is calmer, and animal activity is dramatically higher. From a canoe or small boat, you'll frequently spot mantled howler monkeys, white-faced capuchins, Central American spider monkeys, and sloths. The banks are rich with caimans, iguanas, basilisks, and a massive diversity of wetland birds, including toucans, trogons, and kingfishers. If sea turtles are your priority, your timing has to be strict. To see leatherbacks nesting, plan for March through May. For the globally important Atlantic green turtle nesting, July through October is the window, with August and September often being the most productive. If your goal is to see green turtle hatchlings emerging and making their way to the sea, target the later months, from September into November. Section 4. Park rules and restrictions. Access within the national park is highly regulated to protect both the vulnerable wildlife and the delicate wetland ecosystem. Herpers, photographers, and independent explorers must understand this operational reality. Independent night walks and nighttime travel on public routes are strictly prohibited. Many frogs, snakes, and arthropods are nocturnal, but you simply cannot enter the public park to find them after dark. If nighttime wildlife viewing is a priority, you must specifically book accommodations or local operators that offer legal, guided night walks on their own private land. These restrictions extend heavily to turtle tours. You must treat this strictly as a natural history experience, not a conventional photography outing. You're required to go with a certified guide,
You'll be assigned a specific beach sector and observation time. Group sizes are heavily restricted, dark clothing is mandatory, and flash photography is absolutely prohibited. In fact, some tours prohibit cameras altogether.
Section 5. Lodging trade-offs and costs. Your choice of accommodation fundamentally dictates how you experience the park. It's a definitive choice between independence and structure. Staying in or near Tortuguero Village offers independence. You have the freedom to choose different restaurants, compare tour operators on the ground, and arrange your activities piecemeal. It's generally the lower-cost approach. Remote canal lodges, however, provide structure. They operate as self-contained packages that bundle your mainland boat transfers, all meals, lodging, and scheduled excursions. You're trading flexible dining for logistical simplicity, placing yourself directly within the remote wetland. When evaluating costs, you must compare packages by their total inclusions rather than just the headline price. A canal lodge package might initially look expensive, but once you calculate the separate costs of mainland transportation, passenger boats, 3 meals a day, park admission, and guided canal tours required for a village stay, the bundled lodge package often becomes highly competitive. Before securing any accommodation, you have to explicitly ask these structural questions. Don't make assumptions. Ask, are meals included or required? Exactly which boat transfers are covered? Are the aquatic wildlife excursions private, or will you be in a shared boat with a large group? And crucially for wildlife enthusiasts, do you offer legal guided night walks on private land? Getting these answers prevents unexpected limitations on your daily activities. Section 6, Essential Planning Checklist. Let's consolidate these logistical parameters into an actionable pre-trip checklist to ensure you're fully prepared. First, secure your park admission tickets through the official system ahead of time. Prioritize booking dawn canal tours for the best wildlife visibility. Because this is a dense rainforest receiving massive rainfall, pack dry bags for your cameras and optics, and bring lightweight rain gear. Bring enough physical cash for tips and small purchases, as banking services in the village are extremely limited. Pack dark clothing if you plan to do a turtle tour. And lastly, never swim at Tortuguero Beach. The currents and surf conditions are highly dangerous. The bottom line is this: visitors who accept the heavy rainfall, the necessary early starts, and the highly structured aquatic access finds Tortuguero to be a remarkably dense and rewarding wildlife environment. Rain here should never be treated as a failed day. It's part of the ecology, and high water actually brings your boat closer to the canopy wildlife along the canal margins. As you finalize your logistics and decide if this destination is right for you, you must answer this final question: which operational trade-off best serves your specific travel objectives? Are you looking for the independent flexibility of piecing together your own village adventure, or the structured, seamless immersion of a remote canal lodge? Make that choice, embrace the waterways as your trails, and you'll be perfectly positioned for a successful expedition.